This is all a work in progress for me, changing up the way I review. So I'm trying to figure it out. Here I am. This is the Middy. No flight numbers on this one. I'll have to look them up. Here they are. I'm gonna throw it on hole 2 here. From what I remember, I did do a challenge with the starter set of the Lone Star discs. So this is the Lone Star disc Middy. And I think this was pretty stable. I'm gonna pop it on hyzer out here going to the elevated basket. This plastic's crazy gummy. Oh wow, swing. Oh, that was interesting because it was like wanting to like hyzer out, but at the same time it was getting lifted and messed with. The wind's kind of gonna do that today, but it seems pretty stable. If I throw that flat, I think it'll get a good straight flight with a little finish. I'm gonna give the forehand, or the Middy, a forehand, see how it does. I'm gonna put it on hyzer, not too much power. Pretty good actually. Had some flip up to it. Not the most comfortable thing for me to forehand, but it worked. It was there. One thing I've got to say is Lone Star discs, all their plastics are crazy gummy. I don't like I don't know what to call that. It's almost rubbery, reboundy type plastic. I'm not that big into. I like gummy plastic. This has a little bit different feel to me, but we're gonna give this Middy a try on this next hole. Here's hole 5. It's 282 slide uphill. I'm gonna try to give this a good throw and a flex. I'm gonna try to throw it hard, flex it through the middle here, see what we can get. There's a headwind, so there's a chance this gets messed with, but not as stable as I thought that disc was. Bug, get away. I thought that was a little bit more overstable of a disc. Okay, that shows me that's a little bit more versatile disc than I thought it was, but also that I could probably just throw that flat or really hard on a slight hyzer up the right side and see if I could just get it to stop near the basket. Surprise. So we're here on hole 6. We're gonna go to the yellow basket back there. It's probably pushing 300 feet to get there. I've got this Middy here. I'm gonna try to flex at it again with this Middy because it seemed to work good on the last one with a flex. And that one I did not, geez, just ruining shots here. Middy, round 2. Going for the flex. Hit the gap, but a little bit more stability than what I was looking for. That would be a little long left of the basket. I didn't throw it quite as hard as I did on the last hole because that was a little too much. All right, 200-foot shot here on hole 7. I'm gonna give the Middy another forehand. A bad forehand. That's gonna end up working out. Oh, wow. If that had went in, I would have flipped out. Threw it way too high. Leafed, flared, almost chains. So this is what this gap looks like from the tee. There's a left and a right, but I will be filming from over here so you can see the basket, which is right there. So I showed the gap earlier. There's a left and a right. I'm going right gap with this Middy, kind of high. I'm not gonna go high power either. Just gonna try to pop it out there on a lot of hyzer. But that's, ooh, I think that's absolutely parked, to be honest. Barely threw it too. That worked pretty good. All right, so we're gonna throw one last shot here with the Middy. We're gonna go a spike hyzer here around this tree to the elevated basket. It's right around 230, 240. Just gonna give it a rip and see what happens. Parked. It's pretty good. I would say if you're gonna try this disc, it'd be worth it. I'm not necessarily the biggest fan of the plastic feel in hand. I like how it's gummy, but I just don't like the actual plastic itself that much as I do other companies. But as far as the disc goes, it's pretty solid. It's got good stability, but it's also workable. You can make it go straight. You can get it to ante, and it'll hold a hyzer. It's not the most aggressive hyzer, but it is a hyzer, so it's pretty good. The Middy, what a interesting, it's not, maybe not even interesting, it's just an interesting feeling to me. It flies good. All of Lone Star's molds to me seem to have a uniqueness to them that it feels like you've not felt necessarily that disc before, which is kind of a good refreshing thing. You don't have a lot of the repeat. This was in a starter pack, I will point out. There's a dip right here in the rim, just a little defect, but it was in a starter pack, so who knows. Solid disc though. I like the way this thing flew on a lot of different shapes. I can see this being a disc that a lot of people do enjoy if you like the Lone Star brand. I don't even know what disc to compare this to, rim, like the rim wise and flight wise. I just don't know. There's a few discs that can fly like, but this one, I don't know. It's got good flights to it. I just don't know what to compare it to be honest. But let me know if you've thrown the Middy, if you like it, and what some other discs I could do in this in-round review format and what you think about it. So I'm trying to get you different shot variations and more shots in a video that takes me less time and it's a little bit more fun for me to do. But that's all we got. Till next time, peace.